treasure. You don't look impressed. Okay, he says. It's pitiful, I know, but nobody cares about my real talents. I might be interested in your real talents. It's close. Well, I really do know a few spells. When I sailed the seas, I learned a lot. Show me one of your items and I could identify it for a reasonable price. Identification isn't as in demand as charms, of course, but it can actually be worth something. Do I have anything left to identify right now? Nope. Thanks, though. I found an identification, dude. Crusty sailor. Hi, Gypsy. A heavy-set woman stands in the middle of the tavern, commanding everyone's attention. She plays her guitar flawlessly. She finishes her song, she walks up to speak with you. Her skin is incredibly pale. She's an Avernite. Oh, I think I remember her. She bows. I'm Gypsy. What you doing up on the surface? It's your guitar, she speaks. Oh, just touring. Like you, I suppose. How'd you get here? I've already played pretty much everywhere in Avernum, so I snuck up here. Tricky, but I did it. I was in the first crew that worked on Fort Emergence. Once I got there, it was easy. I managed to sneak out of Avernum. Volunteered to help build Fort Emergence. Slipped out onto the surface as soon as I got the chance. Never looked back. I'm not the only one. Pretty immoral of me, but... oh, there you go. Play something for us? That takes your coins. Thank you. Food is expensive up here. She plays a long, complex melody. Thanks. Music. Dawn. With a sun-weathered face, loose clothes, and a sure step. Who's ring her arms and wrists. She tugs at her earlobe and looks at you over. I'm Dawn. Do you work here in Curzon? Well, I normally sail the open seas. Now I just wait around. Curzon's my home, after all. How long have you lived here? I grew up here. There's no way I'm leaving without a fight. Have you fought many slimes? Some, she sighs. That's the problem. It's easy to kill one slime. Just one stab is all it takes, but they keep coming and coming. And if one gets a drop on you, it'll hit you with a spell or cover you with acid or worse. How's the sailing business? Not much call for shipping now. Ships haven't been sailing since the monsters appeared. Know anything about where the slimes came from? Interesting thing about that. Just when the slime started appearing, I was sailing into Curzon for the last time, where the ships stopped going. I saw some weird lights on the coast. Which coast? The south coast, just west of here. There was a tower. There were some seriously weird lights flashing around it. She tugs her earlobe thoughtfully. Maybe it's just me, but the slimes must be caused by a bunch of weird magic. Oh, there's weird magic there. She grins. What do I know? I'm just a sailor, and you're genuine Avernites. Does it bother you that we're from Avernum? She laughs. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. I was pretty close to being sent down there a few times myself. What makes you think that? Points at your hand, then she points at hers. Your hand has become sickly pale during your years in the underworld, and the difference is obvious. But I have fur, right? Jeremy's the one talking. He's a cat. He's got fur. You can't tell the color of his skin. Hi. Behind the counter looks like a waitress made good. Her demeanor is clean, stylish clothes clearly mark her as the one in charge. I'm Kessel. When am I in? The slime's given the Crusty Sailor much trouble? Not yet. We're the finest inn on the continent of Valorum, and one of the few buildings in Curzon the slimes haven't attacked. Nice inn. Thanks. I run the Crusty Sailor Inn. Feel that? Even in the middle of all the slimes and horror, we should still have a little luxury to get us through. Fine beer for 5 points, fine wine for 10, and luxurious rooms for only 15. Your patrons react to the slimes? We have to be careful in these dark days. We also have to keep clear heads. Good heavens, some people in north cities said that the monsters were being sent by the Avernites. Which northern cities? You know, Sharmik, L'Oreal, Gale, those cities? They have their own problems. They're just itching for someone to blame it on. And the Avernites are who they choose. So you don't think the monsters are being caused by the Avernites? That's silly. The Avernites have plenty of reason to hate us. But even if they had the power to do that, Erica, why would they want to attack those of us out here in Curzon? I mean, this is the rear end of nowhere. You don't think Curzon is important? Important to me, perhaps, but let's be honest. Curzon is a beautiful city, but it's the youngest and farthest out of the cities in Valorum. This is as far from the center of the action in the Empire as you can get. Interesting. I don't need anything, though. Hey, there's a guard in here. It's just wandering. Who's that? Probably another guard. Maxine, who carries a huge halberd around with her. Both her weapon and her breastplate have tiny spots of dried slime on them. She shifts her halberd to one hand and tips her helmet to you. Greetings, travelers. I'm Captain Maxine. You soldier of Curzon? She shrugs her shoulders. I can't talk long. I have work to do. I look after the garrison and the city hall. Plenty to do, what with the slime invasion? How goes the slime invasion? Look, every minute I'm talking to you is another minute I'm not hunting those blobs of evil goo. No offense, but you're not worth it. Can we help you kill them? Do as many as you want on your own time. If you're looking for an official sanction, talk to Mayor Arbuckle. Okay, I already did that. Well, let's get going while the going's good, I suppose. Well, actually, let's check over here first. Some kind of, room? Empire Liaison? Job Dispatcher. Hi. This is an officious-looking woman with a turned-up nose behind the counter. While she looks up at you, she continues to nervously shuffle papers in her hands. I'm Belota. Welcome, travelers. Would you like a job? What sort of jobs do you have available? This is the job board. If you need extra cash, you can earn it by accepting small jobs here. Be careful, though. If you fail to complete a job in time, there won't be able to get new jobs here for a while. Wainscoting. I have no idea where any of these towns are. I don't think I'll do that. The Empire Liaison. Hi. Captain Agrod. You meet a captain of the Empire Army. He's a squashed puppy face and a huge nose. Looks at you with extreme distrust. I'm Captain Agrod. Can you tell me what your position is in Curzon? Pulls out a small hip flask and takes a swig from it. I'm the Empire Liaison in this area. Hope you don't plan to cause trouble. We have enough. You always drink while working? He grunts and takes another swig. If you had to live around here, you'd take a nip once in a while, too. How do you think we're troublemakers? Look, we all know there are Vernites wandering around. If you were near the center of the Empire, this would be a serious problem. But this is the middle of nowhere, and we don't care here. Just don't cause trouble, okay? What are you for? The Empire stuck me here in the middle of nowhere to look after things and implement their inane policies. Speaking of which, what's your opinion on the unicorns? Why do you ask? Don't have any romantic ideas about friendly, happy creatures. Now, when we got out here, we found a bunch of them. They're nasty, vicious pests. The Empire told me to hire someone to get rid of them. So I tell you, every unicorn horn you bring me, I'll give you 10 gold. Just come back and tell me you have horns. What kind of inane policies? The Empire is too busy crushing anyone who questions it to worry about what happens in the middle of nowhere. They don't send anyone out here to help out. They only tell people what to do and not offer assistance. For example, this area is being torn apart, and I'm supposed to be hiring people to deal with the unicorns. Is this really in the middle of nowhere? Well, the south end of nowhere, but yes, that's what Curzon province is. That's for sure. Most remote end of the Empire. Alright, have a nice day, I guess. Has fallen victim to a slime attack. They simply dissolved their way through the wall and ate anything inorganic and melted everything else with acid. Die! Can I wait a turn? No. What about this room? The ambitious plans for this room. New tiles have been set into the floor in a beautiful, intricate pattern. That is, however, as far as the construction went. The slimes must have interrupted their work. Silver coin. Yeah. I'm not here to steal from people. I'm here to look at everything and stick my nose in everyone's business. That's what I'm doing. Interesting that they have that little job board now, though. That's... not sure what to make of that. It's a thing. Hi. Bronze plate mail. Way out of my price range. You do buy things, though, like this Radiant Slith Spear for 1,000 coin. That would be a good... take those emeralds. I don't need them. Take this map of Upper Avernum. No, we're not going to give that away, but I will give the rough diamond away. And these bolts. And this spear, because I'm not going to use it. Now I have money. I could afford that plate mail, but I don't really want it. That's the worst plate mail. What sort of shop is this? Businessman, you know. This and that. My shop changes from time to time. Right now I deal in armor. What armor? Well, I'm not deal in armor now. Low margins, but cash is cash, and business is business. You can purchase some if you want. Prices are a bit high, but that's what you expect with all this slimes about. Know anything about them? Several sorts of them, and they're all dangerous in a different way. The ones that drip acid are the worst. Armor doesn't do a bit of good against acid. Still, armor usually helps a lot against them. Oh, that's why we're all wearing armor. So we know that... Yes. I didn't really... Oh, hey, you. Talk to you. Lad, the Impaler. A slightly deranged-looking little man. His rough, dirty clothes and thick boots speak of many months on the road, and he's bent over under the weight of a heavy sack. I'm Vlad the Light Salesman. How are you? What's your occupation? I'm a light salesman. Takes me places, let me tell you. What places has it taken you? Oh yeah, seems like we're always going somewhere. I was up in Gale the other week. What a mess. What's wrong with Gale? Gale's a city way up northeast. You aren't going to believe this, but they're being attacked by hordes of monsters. So these problems extend far north? You heard me. Hard to believe, but what are you going to do? Are you going to buy a torch? What do you got? Cuts through the darkness. How much does it weigh? 2 pounds. Well, I guess I'll take a couple. He is a nice guy. You can't help but think of all the delicious food you've been denied during your years in Avernum. But we have cows there, they're just kind of green. So there's a tower somewhere north. Is this north or is this north? I don't know, there's no indication. Maybe I need to buy a compass. There's a tower. Band of brigands guards this narrow bit of hills between the mountains and the shore. When they see you, they immediately move to block the path. As you get closer, you notice something very odd. The brigands have several of the brightly colored slimes writhing and sliding among their feet. However, the slimes don't attack them. In fact, the bandits and slimes seem to be guarding the path together. Attack! Yeah, I'm not afraid. Of course, I haven't been hit by the slimes yet. Slimes are the focus. Go away. That. I don't want that. Nah. Don't need any of that. And he didn't drop anything. Okay. Guard the path together all you want. Ooh, they have a fancy schmancy archer with them. Rude. Darn it, you lived. Stop it. Good job, you hit him. Yeah. Pick up the armor. Oh, you're overburdened. You, pick up the armor. Don't need anything else. Don't really want to rest, but I guess I will. Wait, I can just do this, right? And that's why I normally, pause, because it's very noisy. But it is faster, I'm pretty sure. This old crumbling fortress is a multitude of small, polished agates into its outer walls. It'd be quite lovely and welcoming if it were not for the skull set on the ramparts and the tiny globs of brightly colored slime slithering everywhere. Ooh, the evil music. The farther you get into the small fort, the more little bits of slime you see. Suddenly, you hear a loud ringing noise. The corridors echo with shouts of alarm. You lose your hopes of a friendly greeting. Rude! Uncalled for. Didn't mean to move her. Him. So now he doesn't get a second turn. Okay, that goes downstairs. I don't think we need to go there yet. We probably will later. Bloop, bubble, blorp. Oh, they do have spells. No fireballs. No. Nothing down here but some arrows. Hey guys. Killed your dog. Killed you. Trapdoor. Arrows. A lot of stuff I could sell if I ever feel like salvaging it. Can't berserk right now. Die. You die. That door opens, so somebody's coming out, right? Who opened that door? Okay. Alright, we have a bigger range for turning off that. Let's have a book. Ash bow is an improvement. Better average damage blocking. Fortunately, you know enough about tools and traps to realize that the wooden section of floor up ahead is very suspicious. You could keep going, but it doesn't look very solid. Nope. Don't get me with your trapdoor. I gotta put more points in the luck as well. I have a feeling that will be important.